Chapter 1: Memory and Processing Units. To know in this chapter, how is data stored in a computer? What are binary numbers? Different types of storage devices. In class 3, you learnt that data is a set of characters and instructions that we give to the computer as input. The computer then processes the data in CPU and returns back the result, which is the output displayed on the screen. Remember, input process output cycle. This definition of data is in context with the computer process of IPO cycle. In reality, data means every single piece of character or instruction you are giving to the computer. The food you order online is also data. The food delivery companies store your orders history so that they can know your eating habits. This is also data. They store it so that they can know your preferences, that is, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat, etc. Input, data, process, output. If you shop online, the orders that you place is also data. Companies keep a record of your orders and your search history as well. You might have yourself noticed that if you search for smartphones or any online shopping app, after some time the app will start showing relevant offers of smartphones. Input, process, output. Data itself is raw and unprocessed, but when it is organized and collected together, it becomes processed data. This processed data is called information. This information extracted from data is used by companies to increase their sales and target their core customers. Governments also use information taken from data to monitor the activities of their citizens. One such example is Aadhaar. How is data processed? The computer processes input and produces output. All the processing takes place inside the system unit. The devices of the computer that help in processing data are called processing devices. The main processing device is the Central Processing Unit (CPU). It is a computer chip located on the motherboard inside the system unit. The CPU is responsible for performing calculations and operations needed to convert data into information. Parts of the CPU. The CPU has two parts: Arithmetic Logic Unit (ALU) and Control Unit (CU). The ALU is responsible for all types of calculations and comparison operations in the computer. The CU is responsible for regulating the flow of data and control to different devices of the computer, be it input, output, processing, or storage devices. Inside the input process output cycle,
the CPU receives input from input devices and processes it.
Thereafter, the CPU uses the computer's memory, RAM, to store the result of the processing. After the processing is done, the CPU sends the final result from the memory to an output device for displaying it. The control unit is responsible for this. After the output is displayed on the screen, it can be saved on the storage device if the user wants it. The output can also be transferred to an external storage device like the pen drive, or it can even be printed. Inside the system unit, the CPU is the main processing device of the computer. Along with the processing devices, there are some more devices inside the system unit which help in the overall functioning of the computer. SMPS, Switched Mode Power Supply, is the power box that supplies power to all components of the computer located inside the system unit. RAM, Random Access Memory chip, is located on the motherboard. It is the computer's main memory. HDD, Hard disk drive is the storage device of the computer. All the software, including the operating system, are installed here. Motherboard. The main circuit board of the computer is called the motherboard. Important devices like CPU and ROM are located here. How is data stored in a computer? The process of storing data on a computer can be divided into 3 steps: converting raw data into binary numbers 0 and 1, storing the binary data into the computer memory, using the data by different programs. Data is stored in the computer as a large set of numbers. These numbers are called binary numbers. Binary numbers use 2 digits, 0 and 1, to represent all possible values. Numbers from 0 to 8 look like this is in binary form: 0, 1, 10, 11, 100, 101, 110, 111 and 1000. 0 means off and 1 means on. These 2 digits, 0 and 1, are called bits. These bits are stored in the computer memory and are measured in terms of bytes. Data storage units. 8 bits make 1 byte.
1024 bytes make 1 kilobyte KB.
1024 KB makes 1 megabyte MB. 1024 MB makes 1 gigabyte GB. 1024 GB makes 1 terabyte TB. 1024 TB makes 1 petabyte PB. 1024 PB makes 1 exabyte EB.
1024 EB makes 1 zettabyte ZB. 1024 ZB makes 1 yottabyte YB.
Once the data is stored in the internal memory of the computer, it can be interpreted and manipulated by any external software or program. The data can also be transferred to other computers with the help of external memory storage devices like CD, DVD, pen drive, and external hard disk drive. ROM. ROM is the read-only memory that is located on the motherboard. It stores the basic input-output system BIOS program that is essential for the computer to start. The instructions stored in ROM can only be read and cannot be changed. ROM stores the data even after the computer has been switched off. That's why it is known as non-volatile memory. RAM. Random access memory is an electronic chip located on the motherboard. Initially, all the software are installed in the hard disk drive. When we have to work on any software, the computer loads the program from the hard disk into the RAM. Therefore, RAM serves as the computer's working memory and temporarily stores data. It is a volatile memory, which means data written on it is erased after the computer turns off. Storage devices. Hard disk drive. This is also known as the primary data storage of the computer. It can store huge amount of data in its memory. The hard disk drive uses magnetic recording to store information on rotating circular disks called platters. The memory of a hard disk is measured in gigabytes, GB. These days, advanced hard disks are also measured in the terabytes, TB, where 1 TB is equal to 1024 GB. CD or DVD. The compact disc CD and digital versatile disc DVD are shiny, circular discs which can store videos, audio, text, graphics, and any other type of data. A CD can store up to 700 MB of data. The storage capacity of DVD is much more and varies from 4.7 GB to 9.4 GB. Blu-ray disc is another such optical storage disc that can store as much as 50 GB of data. It is the highest capacity optical disc available in the market. Pen drive. Pen drive is the most popular data storage and backup device. It is small in size and can store large amount of data. It is mostly used to transfer data quickly and efficiently from one computer to another. The storage capacity of pen drive ranges from 2 GB to 2 TB. It is connected to the computer through the Universal Serial Bus USB port. Memory card. Memory cards are lightweight compact storage devices which are used in cameras, music players, and smartphones to store pictures, songs, movies, etc. The contents of memory card can be viewed on the computer with the help of a memory card reader which connects to the computer through USB. External hard disk drive. The computer has an internal hard disk drive which stores all the information on the computer. Likewise, we also have external hard disk drives which store huge amount of data. These are connected to the computer through USB. These are bigger in size and memory than the pen drive. Cloud storage. Cloud storage is the latest form of external storage. The cloud service here is the internet. Local storage disks can be damaged or lost, but data on cloud cannot be destroyed so easily. If you store your documents on the cloud, you can access them anywhere and from any device with the help of a username and password. Power bank. Pen drives and external hard disks store data, but what about power? When you are using your smartphone and the battery is low, what do? You charge your phone. But what if there is no power source available? In these cases, power banks come in handy as they have inbuilt batteries that store power. This power can be transferred to the smartphone's battery through the USB cable. The capacity of a power bank is measured in terms of mAh, milliamp hour. Revise with TUK. Data is a set of characters and instructions that we enter into the computer as input. Data is raw and unprocessed, but when it is organized, it becomes useful information. This information is used for many different purposes. Data is stored in the form of binary numbers 0 and 1. Read-only memory and random access memory are the two types of computer memory. RAM is volatile memory and data stored on it is deleted after the computer is switched off. Data stored on ROM is permanent and remains in the memory even after the computer is switched off. The computer has an internal hard disk drive which stores all the data of the computer. Likewise, there are other storage devices like CD or DVD, pen drive, and external hard disk drives.